Why isn't anybody working?
What's the point, man? The factory's closing down. We all need to find new jobs.
There's nothing out there, George.
And we still have orders to get out, and we're gonna fill those orders because we take pride in our work.
The final episode of George Lopez does something that is honestly kind of poetic, and it honestly deserves a lot more credit than what people actually give it. Here we have on the very first episode of season 1, George, who is barely being promoted as manager after 15 years on the line. And when you really think about it, George had to work for that position. George is concerned that he's not going to be viewed as manager by his peers, a little intimidated about the new power that he has, and overall, it's just a new world for him.
Yeah, well, pride is not going to keep my lights on.
That's okay, Gina, because us getting light does not look good on you.
Now, even though the show got canceled, I will be honest, the ending is bittersweet.
Well, there's nothing in the paper for me. Time to move to Plan B. If the factory's moving to Mexico, then I'm going with it.
And it's mainly because you think about these characters that you already fell in love with, initially having to face hardship about having to find another job, and the factory that we all know so well being shut down.
Ernie, they're only hiring Mexican citizens.
Well, then I'll sneak across the border.
Nobody cares if you go that way.
Only for them to get saved at the 11th hour. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I really hope you guys are doing great today. Thank you all so much for the support. As always, thank you to the members. You guys are beautiful. Today we're talking about the season, and not even season, the show finale, George Lopez.
Everybody listen, get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work, suckers.
What are you doing here, Mom? You don't work here anymore?
Notice anything different about me?
You didn't shave your back today?
As always, if there are any other episodes you guys want me to cover, drop them down below. I know this is the last one, but this is something that I've been wanting to cover a little bit more.
Wayne bought this for me. It makes you look like a high-priced hooker. Thank you, Gina. I feel like a high-priced hooker.
Now, the episode starts off with everybody looking for work already after the news that the factory is going to shut down become true. Now, this matters because the factory is proof of everything that George had to endure through his childhood, his upbringing, and his adulthood to the point.
Hey, who's that with Jack? Maybe it's a guy from Mexico who bought the factory.
Maybe the layoffs are starting now.
No way. They promised us 3 more weeks of work.
Manny, Benny, the countless fathers that he was searching for, the countless losses. But the factory is much more to George, as this makes him stand out from just being a father and husband. This makes him the leader.
Well, if this is our last day, I'm going down swinging. I'm gonna tell this guy he just can't take over our factory and give our jobs to Mexicans. Yes. This is America! Yes. We got our own Mexicans! Yeah.
Now, when Enrique Vega comes in to basically look at the factory, George realizes that there is more at stake than just people's jobs.
So, got a lot of angry factory workers out there. You're pretty brave coming in here by yourself.
I don't go anywhere by myself.
Nice to meet you. I can believe it. Welcome to your factory.
Because the moment George realizes that the factory is closing down, he realizes that everybody's going to feel what he's already feeling, even worse. And that's just being powerless.
I'm sure that everyone out there really sees me as a bad guy, but...
Well, I don't see you as the bad guy. Bought me out for 20 mil, and he wants me to consult at his plant in Cancun.
And this is why the finale is such a powerful episode, because not only does George have the loyalty of everyone that works under him, looking to him, but now he has to answer to yet someone else now.
Does consult mean drink tequila on the beach until you pass out?
I plead the Cinco.
For the time being, he is essentially the president of the factory, as Jack and Mel seem to be completely checked out. Now, this is where the episode does something really smart when Enrique offers George a job.
You shouldn't be worrying about the workers, George. You should be worrying about yourself, Jimmy.
If that's the way it's gonna be, let me tell you, I pull hair, I bite, and I ain't afraid to yell rape. I'll go for it.
This is huge because it already puts that little predicament. George is worried about what he's going to do for work.
I want you to work for me in my U.S. office in Phoenix. That's a contract. You're one hell of a manager. And I need someone to coordinate my sales in the U.S. You interested?
But he also has all the people that he loves at the factory about to lose their job, their livelihood, and who knows what's going to happen to them.
I'm gonna say yes. But those people out there think that I'm giving you hell, and I don't want them to think that I sold out.
Now, luckily for George, because of his manager experience, because of his resume, he gets that offer, and in all honesty, it sounds amazing.
I assume there'll be benefits and a healthcare plan.
There will be. In a corner office with a view. Company car. 6-figure salary.
It sounds so amazing to the point that he actually accepts it without everyone being none the wiser.
That's a generous offer, and I will accept it gladly. Did you hear what I said? I will accept it gladly.
Now, this is the big difference between first season George and season 6. Old George would have looked at this as the grand final win. I mean, do you guys remember when AeroCorp offered him a job? George was willing to jump ships because everything sounded so much better. 6 seasons later, George is older now. He understands loyalty.
I got a great offer today. Angie, you are going to be making love to a rich man.
George, we have savings. We don't have to resort to that.
Not just because he's been with these people forever, but because he's gone through so much, and now he sees the cost.
Actually, Ernie, Big offered me a job, bro. I'm gonna move to Phoenix.
Wow, Phoenix. That's great for you, George.
Now, above all, George is still a family man. He has to look out for his family, and so this hits Ernie the hardest. Now, unfortunately, he is faced with 2 paths. Of course, he can look out for his family.
Start packing, baby. We are moving to Phoenix.
He also has to think about what's going to happen to all the people that are going to be left behind.
No, man, it's not that great. Dude, there's no roach coach, man, so I gotta eat in a dining room.
He's more standing up for his pride. It gets a lot harder when George tells Angie about the promotion.
Phoenix? Wow. Moving to Phoenix.
And Angie initially is excited until she realizes that they have to move.
I don't want to go. George, we fell in love here. We conceived our children here.
We still have that, Angie. We're taking the couch.
George has also the same conversation with Max.
I was just thinking.
Really? And what was I like? Huh? Did it tickle the inside of your head?
I don't want to move to Phoenix. I don't want to change schools.
You're gonna make new friends in Phoenix, and it's all gonna work out.
Where Max is also hesitant.
Fine. But when you're old and I'm making the decision where you live, I'm putting you in the worst place I can think of.
I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I'm terrified of the Playboy Mansion.
Probably the strongest conversation is with Vic.
I wanted to give you something before you go, George.
And I've told you guys, I love Vic. I think Vic is probably one of the best characters on the show. But this conversation is super impactful.
Pocket knife?
My father gave me that when I left Cuba. I'd like you to have it.
You know, I always wanted one, but I never had a dad to.
I know, Mio.
When you really think about it, George grew up without a father. And if you really think about it, he always had one in Vic.
When I was a boy, my father and I would go out to the fields and castrate the pigs with it.
I bet my dad and I would have castrated pigs too.
Honestly, this moment is so touching. It's great seeing Vic and George just acknowledge each other and understand how close they've gotten over the years. The one that touches you the most, though, is Benny.
I think I'm making a mistake moving to Phoenix.
You have to go where there's work, George. A picture of Max for Wayne. You know, he thinks if he has a photo of a little Mexican boy on his desk, he'll be able to sell more furniture to Latinos.
Because throughout the entire series, you know George has complained from back left center about Benny and how terrible she was as a mom, only for them to realize that they are going to miss each other.
I'm gonna miss you.
How could you say that?
You just told me to!
Because I didn't think you would. I'm getting guilt from everybody, but the one time I need you to be a cold, uncaring mother, you can't give that to me.
You don't really get to see Benny do this genuinely.
Well, I am sorry. It's just how I feel. I've never been away from you for more than a few days.
Stop it!
But this hurts George even more because he is clearly already troubled by the decision of moving to Arizona, only for Benny to tell him that she is going to miss him.
Next thing, you'll probably tell me how much you care about me.
I do care about you.
That's it!
The finale is so strong to the point that George realizes he has to be there for his people.
Hey, George. Look, man, if you're coming over to tell me you're sad to see me go Sasuke, I don't want to hear it.
I didn't come down here to tell you that. It's not always about you, conceited.
Ernie has a ridiculous plan, by the way.
I need your keys to the factory. We're gonna occupy it and shut down production. Then we're gonna move all the machinery out to the parking lot as a protest.
Yeah, but won't that make it easier for them to put it on trucks and move to Mexico?
Not if we cover them with butter so they're all slippery.
I'm not even sure how he thinks that was gonna work. But ultimately, you have George sticking up for the people that he cares about because that is essentially what he's been looking for his entire life.
You guys can't do this on your own, man. I'm going down there. You guys need a leader. You don't go to war without a general. I have a pack of wolves without the head wolf. What do they call that?
The lone wolf.
How can a lone wolf lead a pack? He's alone.
If they're following him, but he doesn't know it.
And in all honesty, throughout the years, you see George is actually very smart when it comes to business.
Stay here until we convince them to keep these jobs in America. Thanks for putting us on the air. Hey, everybody, who plays your favorite jammin' old school hits?
So smart, in fact, that he comes up with a plan about keeping the factory open. This is also another moment that makes the finale even better. Max and Angie standing by George's side.
Angie, what are you doing here?
Well, I got your message and I had to come down. I hope you're not doing this because we didn't want to leave LA.
Yeah, Dad. I'll make new friends. I'll teach those Nevada kids how to skateboard.
Phoenix is in Arizona.
And how I wish Carmen would have done a return on this episode, honestly, just to wrap up the show nice and clean. But I do believe they wanted to make more seasons. They just didn't expect this to be the final one. Luckily for them, the plan works.
Look, I can't leave this factory in my home, okay? They mean everything to me.
You know what we pay in Mexico?
$2.75. Look, I know all the reasons you're doing this. I also know that most of your big contracts are in this country. And a bunch of bad publicity is going to cost you money.
Enrique Vega realizes that George has leverage.
All right. You win. Factory stays.
Really?
Since Jack and Mel are going to come down to Mexico, you're going to have to run this place by yourself.
Really?
You're a tough negotiator.
I guess I am.
Of course, George did not do it by himself, and the show does it in a silly way.
And also, the mayor found out what was going on here. He offered me some tax incentives that I couldn't turn down. The deal was done before I came in here tonight.
All I heard was the mayor listens to George Lopez.
But nonetheless, George managed to keep the factory open.
So I'm in charge, right? Nobody above me?
You're the best at what you do. As long as you keep this company making money, you're not going to see me here. Don't screw it up.
Thank you.
And not just as the manager, as the president of Powers Brothers. Listen, the finale is not perfect, right? Carmen is gone. Some of the arcs feel unfinished. And the cancellation means that the show did not get the goodbye that it deserved. But sometimes you have to take what you can get.
What did Vega want?
Hey, the factory's staying open, and I'm in charge.
Well, he's either a giant gambler or he's the dumbest man I ever met.
This episode represents just how much George grew throughout the years. He did not end the show as a perfect son, father, or husband, but he did end it as a leader.
Part of the reason that I decided to stay here was because that you said that you cared about me.
That's when I thought you were leaving. I didn't mean it.
Can't take that back.
Oh, George, stop being such a baby.
And for a Lopez show, that is as full circle as it gets. Because the kid who had no control over his childhood finally becomes the man in charge.
If you want me to prove that I don't care about you, I would be happy to come over there with a big stick and knock some candy out of your big piñata head.
Well, waddle over here and try it, you nasty little penguin.
And instead of using that power to leave everybody behind, he actually decides to stay. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be it for me. If you enjoyed this episode, drop it down below. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know how you're feeling today. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
You're gonna miss me.
No, I'm not.
Mom, admit it or I'll tell Wayne 2 of the 3 reasons why you can't donate blood.